Marlin here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How are y'all doing today? I hope all is well with everyone, and I am coming to you today with part one of my home tour. I have been pretty sick over here, you guys, with a cold and sore throat and the whole bit. So I am going to be splitting this home tour into two tours. One of the inside today, and then when I'm feeling better, I will go out and do outside, probably in the evening, to show you guys all the lights and everything out there. But I can hardly catch my breath out there now. It's hot and humid, and I am feeling pretty crappy. And I am not one to complain about being sick. So we are going to move right on along here. I am standing right inside the front door. Here's the porch right here. My little lantern from the other day. There are some. And we have a center hall colonial, for lack of a better way to explain it. There's more house to the left than there is to the right here. But that is the living room to the right. And then you can look up and see the landing upstairs. We'll go up there too. I'll take you a quick tour through those bedrooms upstairs and bathrooms. And to the left is the dining room. And then, of course, straight ahead is the family room. Now, you guys are probably going to see some dust bunnies flying around here and dust on the tables and stuff, but I have not really done a good cleaning job in here before I'm doing this video. So bear with me here. Let's start in the living room. All of the furniture that you see, well, the couch and the chairs, they were new when we moved into the house. And that table was new too, along with the two end tables. I got the two end tables at Kirkland's. This little table was my grandmother's, and then it was passed down to my mom, and then passed down to me. And it will go to one of our girls. This is a cool little table. This whole top, whoa, as you can see, lifts off. So that doily is underneath the glass. And I'm just leaving this lantern decor like that until fall, until I switch it out for fall. But I love those lamb's ears, and it's light and airy and pretty. But this ficus tree is about, I don't even know, a couple decades old, literally. This is our side yard over here, way over there, and way back there. And as you can see, my accent color in here all year round is this pretty green color. And I take it through fall. I have fall decorations in this green color. And I take it through Christmas too. So all year round, this green is the major accent color in here, along with the khakis and grays. One of these days, I'm going to get these rooms painted Greige. One of these days, and I'd love to get wainscoting in there. One of these days, but anyway, I made that arrangement in that big vase. And I made the wreath on the door, one of my very favorites that I've ever made. If you keep an eye on the right top corner of your screen there, and I will be linking some videos that I've made. I found these two pictures at Kirkland's. And I don't have any tables here in the foyer because, you know, I have big dogs and they have big swishy tails, and that's a relative small area compared to how big they are. And that whatever would be on those tables would be, you know, toast. So as we move on in here to the dining room, our dining room furniture, this table, chairs, and hutch are quite old, probably going on 30 years old now, but we never used them in the other house because my dining room was so teeny tiny small. We never could get around the table to sit at it. But if you notice, I did, when I purchased the couch, it did have presence of mind to purchase extra material, and we recovered the chairs to match the couch. So everything blends nicely, and it blends with the khaki color curtains. Got all the curtains in the house except for what's in the laundry room and the mudroom from Bed Bath & Beyond with a huge coupon that I got. Somehow they knew we were moving, and I got all of the curtain rods. As you can see, I think these are 91-inch curtains, 91 or 92-inch curtains. All the curtains, curtain rods, metals, curtain tie back pieces, all from Bed Bath & Beyond. This was my grandmother's hutch. And again, it was passed down to my mom and then me, and those are all her dishes in there. She had a lot of Fostoria dishes, and a couple of very old dolls are in there. Little Thanksgiving dolls. And I have a hodgepodge of dishes from my mom and my grandmother and mine. So the sideboard, we've had the sideboard probably about 20 years. And it was bought at a local furniture store around here. And this lamp, for those of you who have been with me for a long time, know how very special this lamp is to me. It was my grandmother's, and then my mom's, and then it actually, Dad had taken it into her nursing home room. As you know, she passed away of Alzheimer's about 4.5 years ago, and he had this lamp in her room until she passed away, and now I have it and cherish it. And I treat it much like I do my lantern centerpieces. I use a tray, and I make flower arrangements around it for the seasons and so on. So, and then here's my lantern centerpiece. It's not on right now. It comes on in the evenings. But I made this, and this will go through till fall too. I hate to change it out. I really am enjoying this. Got the tablecloth at Home Goods a couple months ago, before Christmas. And this is what I changed it out to after Christmas. And I had it switched out for Easter for a little while, but then I put it back to this. So these rooms are kind of my haven rooms, if you will. They're soft, they're pretty, they're quiet, and they're where I will come to write my blogs, edit my videos, that kind of thing. And of course, we always have company in here, right, Sam? Oh, buddy. Oh, bud, what you doing, you good boy? Oh, my goodness. Am I bothering you? Am I waking you up from your nap? Huh? I just love this boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, as you see, I did want to mention the lights in the windows. I do keep lights on in the windows at all times. All the front windows. And there are several schools of thought to the lights in the windows. One of which, as you all probably know, we live on kind of hallowed ground here in Virginia. A lot of Civil War battles took place around us here. And one of the schools of thoughts for the lights in the windows was that wives and mothers and aunts, I would imagine, left a candle burning in the window, and that would help their son or husband or nephew or whatever find their way home. Lights in the window are also a sign of welcoming and friendship, and I like to welcome people, and I'm a pretty friendly person. So I made that wreath. Anyway, there's a glimpse into these two rooms. Oh, Chris did frame, by the way, the eagle picture. We love Alaska. Go there as much as we can. He found that eagle picture online and cut the matting and made the frame. Did the whole thing. All right. Also, with the lights in the windows, we have them, we purchased from our builder what's called a holiday light package. And all of the lights are ganged together to this switch right here in this little hallway. And I can turn them all off with one switch. Isn't that cool? So let's head on into the master bedroom here for a second. This is not much to see in here. Of course, this is probably the last room that I decorate. I do have some things. A lot of it's old, like that doll is old. I do have a couple of those chairs, same kind of chairs that I have in the living room and the family room. I'm not happy with the carpeting that was put down here, and we upgraded the carpeting. So to be honest, I was not too thrilled with this carpeting. So we need to replace it. We've only been in here. This will be our 4th fall. We need to replace the carpeting. Anyway, I got that picture from Bed Bath & Beyond for on sale. It was like in their big sale department for like 90% off. I didn't pay much for that picture at all. The sconces from Hobby Lobby. Bedroom set, again with that coupon from Bed Bath & Beyond. And then I have, you know, metal on either side of my dresser, mirror. Got our suitcases out, getting ready to go to Alaska here, and I'm not going to tell you when. Y'all be able to figure out when I'm gone. I feel sure. Don't y'all worry. I'll be back. A little hallway going down into the master bathroom. This is walk-in closets for each of us. And here's the master bath. Big soaker tub. Never had one in my life, you guys. Never had one in my life. But I have one now, so I feel very lucky to have that. Here's the linen closet over here on the left. It still looks pretty good from when I cleaned it out. Trying to keep it straight. Doing a pretty good job. And standalone shower. And the tile goes all the way up to the ceiling, which is nice. And then this is my dresser, my sink with all my milk glass and a little lantern centerpiece in there. In that corner, Stacy gave me that. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk in my garden forever. These are Plantation Shutters, and Chris installed these. They actually open up and close and open. They're very nice. Doubles to clean, I will say, and they are the only place in the house we have anything like this. But you can't see. At first I wasn't going to have anything put on these windows. But after about a week in here, it gets kind of daunting, because even though the deer are pretty much the only thing that are going to be able to look in here, you know, I don't know, I felt weird. So he got some Plantation Shutters. And that's his sink over there. And then this is a little toilet room. And yes, I have even decorated in here a little bit, just with a kind of a behind the toilet shelf. And that's it for the master. As we're coming through here, there's the basement door down there. One of these days we'll head down there and I'll show you what's down there. It's a full basement, goes all underneath the whole entire house. So let's move on into where I've been redecorating now. So first we'll start with my cozy corner here. As y'all know, I love to do cozy corners. And I really didn't do a lot here. I just replaced the pillows and replaced the Behr garland that was on there. And these lights are teeny tiny, like micro mini LED lights, but they're like warm white lights. So this will stay up till fall. Everything you see now will be up until fall. And then, you know, I know some people who do home tours do not show their televisions. But y'all, it's not like I can hide it. It's kind of right there. So that's our TV. And as you can see, I have wrought iron above it. I like wrought iron. I like pulling in the wrought iron and fleur-de-lis. Fleur-de-lis are some of my favorite things, and you'll see them throughout the decor. So this, I really didn't do anything differently here. Put the burgundy frames back up. That's Candace. It's me and Chris. There's Kristen. And me with the pups. And here's that centerpiece I did with the butterfly lights that are still shining. Did that last week and they're still going. Chris has got his surround sound system up here. And of course with the surround sound you need a subwoofer, which is right there underneath that burgundy placemat. So this is another cozy corner here. That's an old Longaberger basket. And I just added some stars and Gerber days and little bear. Happiness is homemade. That's my motto, you guys. There's that dusty kind of lantern type thing. And again, my cozy corners. I love my cozy corners. I like to build, you know, like starting at the edge of the fireplace. I like to start tall, move over to the left and down and forward. And that's usually how I think about the cozy corners. You know, always kind of working away from the corner, down and forward. So, and then on this side, it's a separate cozy corner. Stacy got me this pipberry tree. I love it. This little candle comes on every evening. And that's my Serenity Prayer nesting boxes. And there's my little lantern with the little funky bow. An old Boyd's Behr in the plaid. And candles. And again, starting high, working over, and then working forward and down. Of course, except for my little red wagon that I left alone. I didn't touch it. I won't touch it till fall. We will make something pretty in that for fall though, huh? Ooh, can't wait for that. And then the mantle, I really didn't do anything to the mantle other than I replaced the candles. I ended up, they don't quite match these. They never did get them in, and I was not patient enough to get a rain check. So I went ahead and just switched it up a little bit and did like a brown, a black, and a burgundy. And that works out just fine if you get back from it. They look really good, actually. So Chris found this mirror. By the way, I made that wreath. Oh my goodness, last summer, I think. And Chris found this mirror. It is like, I said 6 feet in another home tour, and Chris corrected me. He said, no, that's more like 7.5 feet tall. Took 3 of us to hang that puppy, Chris, Kristen, and myself. My goodness, it's heavy. And he's got it well anchored up there. But as you can see, we even pull out kind of the scrolly work in the mirror and into the clock. Got me that our first Christmas here. I wanted a new mantle clock. Had the same one for 25 years or more before that. My sweet mother-in-law gave me that other one, and it lasted forever, I have to say. So, but it finally bit the dust, and I needed a new one. So Chris got me that the first year we were in here. And then, you know, I just incorporate my willow tree figurines. My girls usually get me those for Christmas. Little red birds. Spool lights, you know, just country stuff. There are those bows I made with both the berry ribbon and the plaid ribbon. And my pipberry garland from thepipberrybarn.com. Of course, I have pipberries around both of the ladders. And those were micro minis. They are like the lights over on this, over here. But these are just like mini lights on a brown cord. Here's my computer. my old workhorse. I'm about ready to get a new one pretty soon here. But you can see the dogs on there. I love these little skins. Can't remember where I got that. I want to say Zazzle.com maybe. And then I had done that flower arrangement after Christmas. And just tied a berry ribbon around it. This used to be white. Excuse the cobweb. Lord have mercy. Used to be white, and Chris painted it black because, you know, I don't paint. No. I don't paint anything, really, to tell you the truth. Hey, I'm honest, you guys, you know. And as we turn around, there's the foyer again. And I did not switch out the bows because I got sick, and I had said in the other one, I think I'm just going to leave these burlap with, they're just edged in red and white gingham, and they're fine until fall. I've got fall bows to replace those with in the fall. Again, the pipberry garlands are from thepipberrybarn.com. We've got them all wrapped in white lights. I do not remember how many garland we have and how many strands. We did, I think it's like 3 strands of 100 lights on there, I believe, and they have a brown cord on them. So, and these chairs, the same ones that are in the living room and in the bedroom, only just different patterns to match the rugs. To tell you where we got the rugs, here underneath the kitchen table, and then the 2 foyer rugs and the 2 rugs in the living room and the dining room. We went to a local carpet store, and they told us we needed to pick a pretty high-end piece of carpet, which we did, and we had them cut to size, the exact size. Chris measured and cut to the exact size that we wanted them to be, and they bound the edges, and they held them for us at their shop until we moved in. And we went and picked them up the day we moved in, day before we moved in, and brought them here and unrolled them and let them lay out overnight before we moved in. Our builder was awesome. He let us do that. I'll explain more of what Chris did the day before we moved in too. See, I'm still laying in the same spot, but these rugs too, along with the foyer rugs. All right, let's work our way on through. Watch out for the dog bed. We've got Noofs and Gracie, bless her heart, that are having some joint issues, and that is a therapeutic bed. And they love it. They all 3 take turns on it. Between there and this is their other bed. We don't sit on this. There's that, for lack of a better way to put it, my fleur-de-lis wreath. Mostly got positive feedback, but there were some that, oh, it's too monotone, and I'm like, I don't care. I love it. I love the cross. I love the plaque. One of my first funky bows right there. I love it. I just love how that came together. So pretty, and then the feathers kind of give it a Mardi Gras feel. And if you stand back and put it together with the rest of the room, with the fleur-de-lis and the black wrought iron and the frame of the mirror, and there is a method to my madness. The black on the bottom, the black fan, and the black on the bottom of the lights. It's always in my head, you guys. When I go out shopping, a lot of you ask me, Cindy, you specifically ask me, how do I pick my ribbons and to coordinate with one another? Well, I think I did too good of a job coordinating these, according to some anyway. They thought they were too monotone and too much alike. I'm afraid that's probably what you'll see from me more, because I'm very anal retentive. I like things to match. Now, not necessarily be matchy all the time, but when I'm doing a wreath, I want it to look put together and everything to match, the pip berries on that. Go with the fleur-de-lis flowers, and so on. The little plaid, pull the country plaid in. So it's hard to explain, but the next time I do a wreath or a flower arrangement or a lantern or something, I will try to tell you however I came up with whatever I came up with. I pulled in all of the burgundy. As you can see, that's mostly what I did. I pulled all my burgundy stuff back in, calmed down the whole feel of the house. It was very bright and red and white, and then very patriotic and bright. And now as we move through, you know, soon to be later summer, and then starting into the fall, I wanted it to be more subdued, and it also gives me an easier transition over to my fall decor. My mother-in-law gave me that picture of a mama reading to her two girls. It was her mom's, and when her mom passed away, she gave it to me, and I just cherish it. One of my very favorite pieces in the whole house. Made that flower arrangement. I did not do that one on camera because I had made that, I don't even know, I put it down in the bin. I packed it away like that. So I pulled it out like that and just put it right back up there and stuck that schoolhouse in and the little dream pick. And of course, some more burgundy candles and willow tree figurines. The Believe, God grant me the serenity. That's my favorite prayer, if y'all haven't figured that out yet. And then here's the centerpiece I made the other day. And I just, you know, I really didn't do a lot. I just kind of added back in, like I said, the burgundies and the stars and the blacks, and kind of toned everything down just a bit. Now this kitchen is the hub of the home. As you all know, I always work on this island. That's where I'm always doing all my wreaths and my centerpieces and everything. That island was what sold the house for me, truly. I walked into the model home, turned the corner from their garage, well, which was their, you know, their office, turned the corner and took a look at that island and was like, hello. And then I took a tour throughout the whole house and then brought Chris back out, and that was it. This island, I didn't want a cooktop in it. I didn't want a sink in it. I wanted it a totally free, open space. This is where I set up all my buffets for Christmas time. Like this year I'm hosting our family Christmas. So everything will be set up on there. And I was just talking to Stacy this morning, who, by the way, her and her mama Barb are going to be coming down here in a couple of weeks, and we're going to have some special stuff for you. So excited. So, but I was just telling Stacy this morning that somebody had asked me to do like a tablescape or to show how I set this up for special occasions. And I will do that as we get closer to the holidays, because I am hosting Christmas. So I will definitely take a video of how I have it set up before Christmas Eve. So anyway, we threw a good bit of money into this room. We upgraded pretty much everything in the room. The granite is, I think, upgraded a level. The hood was an upgrade. 42-inch cabinets, I believe it came with, but the type of cabinets, they're kitchen-made cabinets. KitchenAid, what is it? KitchenAid or KitchenMade? KitchenAid, I think, cabinets. And they all are the soft close doors, drawers, and doors. And Chris found, well, they actually had these handles, and they were going to sell them for $25 a piece for them to install them. I mean, the cost was $25 a piece for the handle and for them to install it. A piece. Chris was like, no, I can make jigs. I can install. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, Chris. You're gonna drill holes in these beautiful new cabinets. Well, yes, of course I can. I was like, oh my Lord. So that's what I was telling you out when I was first starting. That's what he did the day before we moved in. He had made jigs for all of these, and he installed all of these, and he found them online, same exact ones that they had for like $8 a piece, I believe. And there are many, 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 many. I don't even know how many. But as you can see, backsplash was a upgrade, I believe. This refrigerator, which we will not talk about. I do not care for this refrigerator, but I'm stuck with it. It's all right. It's a lovely refrigerator. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be ungrateful. I'm certainly not. It's a beautiful refrigerator. It's just not quite big enough for my taste. Sometimes when we have parties here, it's hard to you know, family gatherings and whatnot, it's hard to fit all the food. And we have a refrigerator in our garage that we also do. Anyway, the cooktop was an upgrade. The hood, did I say that already? Was an upgrade. And there's the pantry there. And that's my family song. I'll get over there in a minute. But before we even moved in, I had purchased all of these lanterns. I had this whole vision for what I wanted above the cabinets. Also, I wanted to make sure that we could plug things in up there because I knew I wanted my Dickens houses up there. So all of the outlets up there there's an outlet above that cabinet, there's an outlet above that cabinet, and there's an outlet above this one. And they are all ganged together and onto one switch down here. And you can turn them all on or off with one switch. Also, Chris, and he told me, he says he is not going to tell people how he made his little transformers work because he's afraid it wouldn't work for somebody and it's too hard to explain. But he has all my battery operated candles hooked to little transformers, and they go on and off with the switch too. He said, I'm not going to tell them how to do that, Orlando. He said, it's too involved, and he said, I'm afraid it won't work, and then they'll get mad at you because it doesn't work. So we're not going to go there. Anyway, my windows crank out, which is kind of cool. That's the backyard, way back. And I always switch out my Decor on. They have nice wide windowsills. Have that there to remember my mama. And then this is our Stacy and my cousins. We say that to each other a lot. Love you, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. And that's about it in the kitchen. But this is our family song. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. Pretty much every time we're together, we try to sing this song. Sometimes we get through it. Sometimes we're all crying like a bunch of babies at the end of it. And this was our grandmother's favorite hymn. And we sing it all the time when we get together, all of us. And Stacy got this for me for Christmas. And it's etched in. If you can see, the notes are etched in. I'll see if I can't get that website from her. If you guys would like to do something similar. And then we just framed it in the frame. This is the pantry here. There it is. Woohoo! It's a mess. But it's a big pantry. And this is where I keep all the printers and the 2 printers and whatnot in there, and the modem and all that stuff. And then here's the eating area, my kitchen table. All the black furniture that you see, the credenza over there, this table and chairs, that hutch, and this desk are all Hooker furniture. And it's all new when we moved in. It's not so new anymore, but new when we moved in. Got it from a local furniture store. And this is really pretty. It's got kind of etchings around on the wood inside. It's really pretty. Plus you can plug in here. It's kind of like a computer desk. And that lifts up and you can plug things in. Oh, there. I don't know that you can see that or not, but you can plug things in there. So, if I ever did get like a desktop computer, that would work there. There's my lantern with my funky bow and my fairy lights. Just loving that. Stacy got me a Love You a Bushel and a Peck, or she made that. She actually made that. It lights up at night. And then, of course, here's my lantern that I just made the other day. And I've got the lights on dim. They come on and off. I had them on blinking for a while, and I could catch it out of the corner of my eye when I'm watching TV, and it was driving me nuts. That one doesn't bother me so much, but this one did. I don't know why. But then this funky bow, it came out really pretty too. Loving these funky bows, you guys. There's my hutch. And I just, again, pulled in the burgundies. There's that big old cardinal I got one day. That's where he took residence, beside the Virginia plate. The dogwood is our flower, and the cardinal is our bird. There's our flag, state flag, Luray Caverns. So, Williamsburg. That's me and my dad on Jefferson Rock in Harpers Ferry. Got that picture from Kirkland's, I believe. This little corner shelf I got from a country store here in town. A dear friend gave me that tray, and I kind of made up the whole shelf to go with that tray. And then as you come through here, wait till you see, where did I miss Gracie? Oh, here's Gracie. I knew I missed you. Where did you go, Grace? Gracie. She's so tough. There she is. Hi, Gracie. How you doing, you good girl? Yes, you are. Oh, my goodness gracious. I need a tummy rub. Okay. Good girl. Go back here to the powder room. Wait till you see what took residence in the powder room. We're not going to get very far. Stove. What you doing in the powder room, Stove? You're kind of taking up the whole room. She had her laser treatment this morning on her back legs. So, Dovey. She's so tired. You're so tired, huh? Where's your girl? How done it? Yeah. Sam barking. Never did do a voiceover for this one, but I made that. And this house came with a pedestal sink and 2 little lights, and we purchased this from Home Depot and had it delivered on a flatbed truck. What he's barking at, might be a deer out front or something, or he's barking at the air, could be too. Anyway, we got the light fixture, the mirror, and the vanity and sink from Home Depot. Chris installed that. Let me see what he's working at. Mister. What you barking at, bud? What you barking at, huh? Nothing out there but the trees. All right, now let me show you the laundry room, which was Chris's dream child, pretty much. This room came with nothing. The floor came with the floor, and it came plumbed for a sink and for the washer and dryer. Got the washer and dryer delivered the day we moved in, and Chris found all of the cabinets on cabinetking.com, I believe, and installed them. Installed the crown molding, installed the light rail, installed the backsplash, that is ceramic, installed the sink and the countertop. And this is the doggies' room mostly. This is where they eat. This is their food. We painted it this color. It's a butternut color from Home Depot. I'm fixing to sneeze. Sorry. Whew. But I really love this room. Do all my ironing, you know, my tablecloth. Whenever I iron a tablecloth, that's where I do my ironing. It's about all I ever iron. And then this is the mudroom here. And it just has a hall tree, and that was my mother's shelf. I originally wanted that for over the toilet in the powder room, but it was too big. It was too wide to fit on that. So we put it in here. And then I made that wreath, of course, and then that's the garage out through there. We don't need to go look at that. You've seen that. So now I'm going to turn off, and then I'll go upstairs and walk you around up there real quick. first, before I go, I wanted to show you this again. I still believe in amazing grace, that there's power in the blood, that he walks with me and he talks with me, that because he lives, I can face tomorrow. All because of the old rugged cross. Those are all the old hymns that my family sings when we're all together. And that is incredibly important to me. Alrighty, here I am at the top of the steps. And we have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths up here. And I'm going to very quickly go through the bedrooms. I just did this a couple of weeks ago for everybody. But for those who haven't seen, this is the Turquoise Room. I made this up pretty much for our daughter Kristen, who stays here when we go on our cruises and vacation and whatnot. And I wanted her to have a room that would speak to her. So this is it. I made that. And I'll come back to these chairs. And this is what we call the happy room. Yes, we do name our bedrooms. Or these 3 anyway. This is the happy room, as you can see. You know, I think the bedding tells you why we kind of dubbed it that. This is old furniture in here. This was one of the girls when they were little. I made that little arrangement. And then this is the milk glass I just found a couple weeks ago. And I made up this little arrangement. To go in here. Always try to have whoever's going to be staying in the room in the picture frame. So I have one in the turquoise room too, like that. This was my very first deco mesh wreath made around that owl. Most people are about as happy as they choose to be. And for those of you who don't know, every room has a little care package, every bedroom. I put a little care package up in it. And it's for people to take with them if they so choose, when they leave a little gift, whatever they want out of it. And there's just, and I did a video to show what I keep in them. I'll see if I can get you a link. Check out the top right hand corner of your screen there. This is the happy room. And then this is the happy, what we call the happy bathroom. And then I made this wreath not too long ago. See if I could get you a link for that. But we have the curtain rods that bow out. Chris installed those after we moved in to give people a little bit more room, because these are really tiny bathrooms. But we didn't need a lot up here because it's not that often we have guests, and these are adequate for those who come. I made this wreath, deco mesh. I love that coral. I think that's just so pretty. Then this, I just explained. Chris made this up. That's actually 2 separate wrought iron pieces that Chris turned kind of on, you know, around and put together, one right side up and one upside down, and made one big piece because I wanted to be able to look up. You can see this wall, and it looked bare up there from downstairs when you looked up here. I would also like to get a little bookshelf, very thin little bookshelf or something to go here, but I haven't done that yet. And then this is the purple bedroom, and to tell you the truth, Chris brought this stuff up here from when I did my video, and I've never put it back out again. So I need to distribute this stuff again into the bedrooms. But this is the purple bedroom for obvious reasons. This bedding was not new, but this furniture, the headboard was new. It was from overstock.com. But this furniture is old, 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 old. Used to be our master bedroom furniture. We do not have the air conditioner on up here, so I am sweating and sick, and I'm a mess here. If you can hear my voice quivering, and I'm all stuffed it up. This is the room that my dad usually stays in. I need to tell you about the blinds too. I didn't do that yet. But this has an ensuite bathroom. And both the happy room and this bedroom have walk-in closets. Little walk-in. They're not huge. They're walk-in closets. And that's the side yard. And these blinds were from Bed Bath & Beyond. And these were made by Levelor. And as you can see, they will stay wherever you put them. You don't have to do the, oh, let me pull it harder and let me jerk it and see if it'll go up. But no, all you have to do is gently push it up or down and it stays wherever you put it. I have a double one on this window. And then I've got one, of course, individual ones on the Turquoise Room and the Happy Room. Made that. But this was fun to do up here. It was fun to decorate the 3 bedrooms and to make them each individual, but yet whimsical and pretty and comfortable. And then my thinking with these chairs was that I wanted something, again, whimsical. First thought I was crazy when I picked this fabric, but I really wanted something that would pull all 3 bedrooms together. So if you will look closely, you'll see that there's a bit of the green, a bit of the golds and pinks from the Happy Room, a little bit of the green and the turquoise from the Turquoise Room, and a little bit of the purple from the Purple bedroom. So these sitting out here on this landing kind of pull all 3 bedrooms together. That's the foyer down there. Living room to the left, dining room to the right. And then on this side is the family room. Excuse any dust you see, any dog toys. But that's it. That's the home tour, you guys. Inside, anyway. And as I said, when I feel better later in the week, and hopefully the temperature will cool down outside, I will take you out and around and show you the patio. There's the patio. And the mailbox again, and the front flower bed, and explain about the lighting outside, and, you know, all of that stuff. But for now, I am going to rest for the rest of the day, get me a cup of tea, sit down, take me some cold pills, and relax. So I will just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.